Hello and welcome to the new Power BI tutorial video. And in this video, I will be showing you Power BI DAX date calculation function to get historical or future values. So in this, like I said, as per the title, we will go back in history and fetch the value, or we can even go back or go actually forward into the future and get the values. Well, that's what we will going to look at. So this will going to be very important for you if you are an aspiring data scientist or data analyst or anyone, because comparison of historical values and in certain cases even the future values is important. And if you are using Power BI to explain this or to create a view or to create a proof of concept, then in this video can be useful for you. And before I move ahead, if you have landed very first time on my channel, then just a quick information that this is a live Google spreadsheet which is present in the description. So the link is present in the description so that you can search any of my previously loaded videos, and using the column B, you can click on the link and jump directly to the video so that you can easily access anything. And since it is a live Google Sheet, all of my future videos will also be updated over here. So make sure you bookmark this. All right, with that, let's go to the scenario. So we want to go back in history or move forward into the future. So what I mean by that is, let's say for example, this is the sales values for each day. As you can see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is missing if you see, 9, 10, 11, then 12 is missing, and so on and so forth. That means on 12th of Jan there is no order, or in 8th of Jan no order. But what I want to do is, if I am, let's say, standing over here on 4th Jan, then I want to see the data or the sales value of day value of 3, which is $16.4. So that means wherever I am standing, like here, I want to go one day back and get the value. Well, if this is what the scenario you want to solve, then you may need to use the function which I'm going to explain you. All right. And before I do that, and before I actually show you the calculation, one thing you need to make sure that in your data model over here, we have this order table, people table, returns, and so on, and some other table. So what you need is basically a table which will going to have the continuous dates. What I mean by continuous date is like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then nothing is for 8, right? Or it may be a scenario like you have 2 dates, let's say over here, if we have a different level of granularity, then 2 different dates are present. So in that case, what you need to have is the continuous date so that all of dates are appearing. And for that, what I will going to do is click on the modeling tab and click on new table. That way we will going to create, first of all, a calendar table. And this calendar table will be based on order date, and we will say calendar, and that will be min based on the minimum value of order date, existing order date that we have, and max order date. So what's actually going over here is that this is a table which is here in the orders table. In some of the cases, the continuation of the date is missing, like 7 to 8 or 16 to 17 here in this case, or 11 to 12. I am creating a continuous table where this is just one single table which is having the continuous date based on these dates. So minimum date is 3rd and maximum date is whatever the maximum date will be. And that way the calculation of the function which I'm going to tell you will work. Otherwise you will face problem, and I will show you that how you are going to face the problem. All right, so once I do that, so here is this value, here is my order date. If I just bring it over here and just down there, I will just put it on order date over here. That way a relationship is established. Now I'm coming back here. So if you see, for example, in this table, where have this gone? Okay, so this has changed as soon as I have made these changes, if you see, because that's the page number 9, I was there. So now if I need to use the table, I will going to use the order dates. If I select this, remove, or probably let's say add this order date, So now you will see that this order date, the new date that we have created is working. This new date is working. So I can remove my old date because this is a continuous date which we want to have. However, if you observe that even in this case, we are not having 7 to 8. And I will show you in a minute that how it will show once we apply our actual function that will going to take the 1 day back value. That means for 4th of Jan, it will show the value of 16.4. As soon as we add that, we will find that we have the continuous date in the proper manner. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do is click on the new measure. As soon as I click on the new measure, I will say last day sale, and we can have last day sale, last month, or 7 days back sale, or 15 days back sale, whatever we want, we can actually have that. And I will use the calculate function, and I will say sum of sales or order sales. And here we were going to write the date add function. Within that, we will write order underscore date, this particular date, and then we will going to write -1 for 1 day back. If I specify day, it will be 1 day back. If I specify month, it will be 1 month back. If I specify quarter, it will be 1 quarter back. And if I specify year, it will be 1 year back. So you got the idea. All right, there you go. Last day sale. Let me bring it over here, and I just bring this also here. So now you see 16.4 is here, 288.1 is here, 19 is here, and now magically you have the Jan 8 appearing, because for the earlier values there was nothing for Jan 8, that's why it was not coming. But as soon as we have this value, the output is coming. Now if you observe, this function last day sale is based on the order date, the one table we created here, but not actually based on the order date over here, right, which I was originally showing you at the table. So what I meant by that, because you will run into this issue and for hours you will be scratching your head why the numbers are not coming. So let me show you here by creating one table and taking the order date. Now the order date that I'm taking is actually a simple order date. It is not like a date hierarchy. The reason for this is the hierarchy is basically has moved over here, right? So after we have made this particular table, the order table and the values are present here. If we would have not done that, for example, let me go here and let me right click and click on delete. Are you sure you want to delete this relationship? Yes. So let's click OK. Let's say if we have not done that, right? So over here we have this table, and now the hierarchy will be back. So if I come here and I will say the date hierarchy, then you will see that all of these values are actually similar to this, right? Whatever we are showing it over here. So let me now bring the sales over here. So now we have the sales for us or for these values. After we have added the sales, I will go ahead and add the last day sale over here. And last day sale is actually giving you the exact same value what you are having it over here. The reason for this is if I click on this, what you are getting is the order date, right? So this order date needs to be now this order date, not this one, right? So because we have removed the relationship. So order date is here, and if I click OK, you will see the values are not appearing, even though in the total you are getting something, but the values are not displaying over here. And that's a problem because of the context of the way DAX formula works in a context that you are providing. And to create a context, I had to create this table, which basically takes the continuous dates and create a separate but consistent calendar table for us, which has all the continuous date. So that is the reason I wanted to show you. as to why this is important. And it is important that we establish this relationship to get the output correctly. Otherwise, you will be scratching your head for all of this. And the way I'm doing the configuration, that's the same way you need to do the configuration. So make sure you basically have perfect, or the way I'm calculating is the same way. Otherwise, you will not going to get the output. And as you can see, now we have set the context right, and with the proper table structure, we have the values. So I know slightly complex, but you can get last 1 day, or if I want to get to let's maybe 5 days back value, you can even get the 5 days back value, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is why you are viewing it over here, right? Or you want to go to month, just change it to month, it will show you the 5-month back value. So that's what I wanted to show you. I hope you have learned something new, which will be very, very useful. Trust me, I have done on hundreds of reports. This is something you will going to encounter every single time once you work on the report. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll meet you in the next video.